Come on, you got to admit it's funny. This whole thing's about technology, and it took me 9 minutes to get this thing to work. 9 minutes, that's crazy. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. It is, what is it, the 21st today? Yeah, and I'm talking about technology, and guess what? Technology doesn't work. What are you going to do, right? You just keep trying. Thanks so much for hanging in there, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you're new to my live training, hey, I do this 6 days a week, at least until I move. We're getting real close to that. And I just teach you how to start, run, and grow online businesses. I generally will have a subject to talk about. If you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live. I know I didn't schedule this until this morning, and I'll have the rest of the week scheduled out today. We just got swamped yesterday packing and getting stuff done. No excuses. I'm here. You're here. We're going to learn some stuff today. But like I said, even if your questions has nothing to do with technology, but it's just about, making money online, put it in that chat section. James says, finally loud and clear in Savannah. You betcha. I whacked the like button. That's right, guys. Hit that like button there. That thumbs up button is so important. Let me get a little sip here so my throat doesn't go dry. Still sticking to my lemon water. Haven't had tea in, gosh, probably about a week and a half now. Just trying this lemon water thing in the morning. Got to try to be healthy. One of the relatives we have is in a hospital now with some heart issues. She's not doing well. And I think she's like 50 or 51, so I got like 10 years on her. But she was out of shape, overweight. Her husband was a smoker, so she was, exposed to that for many years, and her heart is failing, unfortunately. So, so take care of your health, because it's not really as age-related as it is maintenance-related. Maintain your health, workout. We got a good workout scheduled for today. I'm excited about that. So let's talk about the subject matter today, technology. Oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to know much about technology because I guess I didn't grow up with it, but I did grow up with it. I hate when people say that, because just because you didn't learn it as a child doesn't mean you weren't exposed to it at the same time everybody else was, because you were. If you chose not to look at it, that's up to you. But today I'm going to tell you how to stay on top of technology so you don't have all those issues. And I love getting your comments. I have like an iPad down here. It's not like an iPad, it is an iPad, to follow up on your questions and all that. So when you have questions, please put those in that chat box there. Love talking to you guys, love spending time with you. First thing I'm going to tell you, number one, use reminder cards. You know what reminder cards are? Cards help keep the latest technology trends really your top of the mind during innovation workshops. You can print your own. You can use cards from a place called Method Kit. Let me put this in here. Method Kit, really kind of cool. So check out Method Kit. And you can note each type of new technology on its own card. This is really kind of a cool idea. These kind of serve as reminders of the new technologies available, and it make it easier to really integrate new technology into your ideas for projects and all. Technology, I got to tell you, is changing at an ever increasing pace. We need to employ multiple strategies to keep up to date. And that's why I'm doing this training today, guys. The number two thing I'm going to tell you to do, this is pretty cool, is divide, share, and conquer knowledge gathering. Here's what I mean by that. There's so much stuff available out there. I mean, we're inundated by technology. Staying current can feel overwhelming. It really can. It's like, oh my God, there's so many things to remember. There's so many things to learn. What do I do? Make it more manageable. Assign like different team members that you work with, different area of technology to own. So you may have one person that's really into email marketing. You may have another person that's into SEO. You may have another person who is into web design. If it's just you, it's still going to be all on you. Okay. So you can't really do that as much, but if you've got some team members, you can actually do that. James Breen says, just read Digital Marketing for Dummies published, and it needs to be updated. Oh my God, James, you're hitting on a sore spot with me. Every time I do a video on any technology, I feel like a day later I need to update it. I could do something on Kartra and then a week later they've improved stuff and added stuff. That is the double-edged sword of technology right there. Is that it changes so much. My number 3 thing: know what's trending in the open source community. Okay, the open source community is often the first to adopt new technologies. Trending projects in these communities can be a good indicator of competitive landscape in general best practices. Now, this morning I saw an article, and it was about Facebook, and Facebook has now created these rooms that are audio only because they don't want to have Clubhouse around. So they're trying to wipe out Clubhouse. So, you know, somebody jumped ahead of them, and now they're trying to conquer them. And it's this constant thing of things changing, okay? If you explore like trending projects, or you can top starred projects, you can do something like that. Go to something like GitHub. Let me put in here, GitHub. This is a good one. And you can learn what is on the horizon, really. You can learn to see what's going on. While your organization may not be ready to adopt every single thing, I mean, you may not be ready to adopt every single thing. Technologies, knowing what's out there can really help you identify new opportunities and anticipate possible business impact. I did a video the other day on technologies, and it's not out yet. It will be out in probably about 3 or 4 weeks. But man, when I did the research on it, I'm like, golly, there's so many new things that we could actually do that we're not doing right now. Number 4, get new opportunities delivered to your inbox. This kind of forces you to learn new things because it's sent to you. You can sign up with like new feature alerts on different websites, announcement emails from leading technology platforms. You like Google Cloud, you can do that. Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure. Opting in these updates ensures the latest developments, best practices, and opportunities are delivered to your inbox every day. And I do Google Alerts, so like I'll have different alerts for different things, whether it's email stuff, whether it's my name, whether it's whatever. But if you set up these Google Alerts, it will send you a link automatically anytime those keywords are hit upon, and there could be an article or something there for you to be interested in. The next thing, number 5. Follow tech news. I know it's boring. I know it's not fun. Actually, sometimes it is fun for me, but for some people it's boring. But with new updates emerging almost every single day, having a network of industry experts to turn to for guidance really is kind of essential, guys. You got to have this. You can use apps like, let me put this in here, Panda. I'll put that in there. You can use apps like Panda. You can use Pocket, P-O-C-K-E-T. You can use Pocket. These are different apps, okay? So you can look at these. And you can create a customized dashboard or news feed that you can read offline, which is really helpful. If you follow these leading thought leaders on an industry publication, such as TechCrunch is a good one. UNCH, check out TechCrunch. There we go. What's another good one? Recode is a good one. Recode. You can check out that one. What else do I got? You can watch relevant video content from 2 Minute Papers is a good one. 2 Minute Papers. I like this one a lot. So you can check that one out. Also, The Verge is a good one. They have great videos too on YouTube. And also Wired. I'm actually typing. Can you believe that? I'm actually typing. But any of those will help you. These media outlets condense really complex subject matters into something you can digest into a format that quickly gives you the best high-level insights. So I would recommend any of those, and I'm going to get another sip here. And guys, put your chat in there. You know, we can take a break from my training here, and I can answer some questions. Oh my goodness. I was reading the other day, and this is a little off subject, but not quite. And I was reading this article because we're moving to Texas, and there are all these people posting these short videos of them not being able to change their thermostat. They had the Nest thermostat, which we have, and they couldn't put the temperature down. It was really hot in their house. Let's say it was 78, 80 degrees, and every time they changed it, it went right back to 80 degrees. And what had happened through technology, they had opted into the Texas, I guess, power saving share program. And when you do that, they can tap into your thermostat at your house, and they can control your thermostat. So if there's high usage in your area, you won't be able to cool your house down the way you want. Craziness. I saw that and I'm like, I am not opting into that. But it was so funny because all these people are in their homes and they're like, what's wrong? Why won't my thermostat work? And it's because I guess Texas Power was controlling their thermostats. That's crazy. That is like Big Brother stuff. It was insane, but I saw that and I was like, man, I had to share that with somebody. I didn't even know it existed, and we don't participate with it in San Diego because you got to only use power at certain times and all this, and it's very restrictive. And we do try to watch our power. I mean, we turn off our lights and do all that stuff, but I don't want somebody else controlling my thermostat. I mean, I think you're taking it a little bit farther. Number 6. This is really important, guys. Number 6. Read the latest research reports. There's no shortage of digital resources to help you identify new technologies in the market. ThoughtWorks by Tech. Let me put this in here. ThoughtWorks, and it's by TechRadar. TechRadar. I think I got that right. TechRadar. Yep. Check that out. ThoughtWorks by TechRadar is really a favorite of mine. It reports on findings from companies within the tech industry. It can really help shed some light on current technologies that are about to be adopted or those on the edge of the mainstream. So check that out, Technology Radar by ThoughtWorks. It's a really good one. And let's see here. I'm not seeing a lot of questions today, guys. Let's bump that up a little bit. Oh, James Breen says that one book was published in 2007. Oh my God, you might as well not read that book, right? I mean, 2007 and this is 2021. Let's see. Paul says, what's amazing is the advances in video audio technology. Song just came out with a new camera for vloggers. What is the camera? Put that in there, Paul. I want to know about that. And I don't know who Song is. Who is Song? Is that a company? I mean, I'm trying to stay on top of this stuff, and it's so hard for me. Matter of fact, I'm trying to buy a new TV when I get to Texas, which is stupid because my TV works. If your TV works, why buy a new TV? However, I may do that. I may get me a new TV. So I'm looking at that. I've got a Bose sound system on there now, and I'm getting ready to get to number 7, guys, just a second. Sony. Okay, Sony. You said, I saw Song, and I'm like, who's Song? I have this Bose sound system, and there's some new TVs that actually, and I'm not quite sure how this works, but the sound actually comes out of the picture, and it's supposed to be really good. So as crazy as that sounds, that's a new technology that is out, and I got to check it out because that's insane to me that you could have sound coming out of the picture. But that's the newest thing. And the next thing I'm going to tell you guys, number 7. Oh wait, got another one here. Read about a bicycle lock company seriously impacted for not responding to online comments. Really? Yeah, I mean, you got to respond. I'm going to work on that today. I'm a little behind there, so I got to get on that today. But number 7, let me tell you what number 7 is. You want to know what number 7 is? Stay on top of things. Just generally stay on top of things. This is an everyday deal. Technology is not one of those things you learn and you're done. Imagine you go to the doctor and you say, hey, how's your training coming? He goes, oh, well, I was trained in 1979 and I know everything from 1979. And you say to your doctor, well, you haven't been back to get any training? He goes, no, I learned everything in 1979. And you would be like, okay, I'm out of here, right? Because things changed in the medical industry, didn't they? They change online too. Technology changes, guys. You've got to stay on top of this. This is so, so very important. I know it's hard. I get that it's hard. It's just required. You have to be the type person that wants to constantly learn new things. Now, the people that come in on this call, hey, I know you're constantly interested, right? I know you're constantly learning because you put in the time, and your time is so very valuable. I know the older I get, the more I realize that time is so valuable. I had dinner with a couple who really are good friends of mine, and he's gotten a lot older. He was an older guy when I met him. He was in his 50s, and I was in my 20s. And he leaned over at dinner, and he says, JR, can you believe I'm going to be 87 in August? And he actually used the F word in there because he was like, I can't believe I'm that old. And I was like, wow. But you know what? He's very lucky. He's been alive that long. He's lived a great life. And you and me, we're alive right now. We're talking to each other. We're conversing. We're sharing information online. Man, what a cool time to be alive, guys. This ability that we have right here, this wasn't around when I was a kid. It wasn't around when I was in my 20s. It didn't exist. We have such cool technology now. Of course, we want to stay on top of it. Paul says, I suffer from FFS, fat finger syndrome. I'm looking forward to stem cell research, especially in joint repair. Oh, okay, so it actually is a problem. I thought when people say fat finger, it usually means they can't type well or something like that. I've got actually pretty small hands. I don't know, they're not real big. But yeah, there's probably technology for that, Paul. We all have some physical things. If you get to any advanced age, you get to 40, 50, 60, 70, you're going to have some stuff wrong with you. You're going to have something wrong. It's pretty rare that you've made it to 70 or 80 and you've got zero wrong with you. I mean, nothing, okay? I mean, you're going to have something going on. So we all do. But that's what I've got for you today, guys. I apologize, really apologize for wasting your time in the beginning, for the fact that I couldn't get on quicker. I really tried. I tried restarting the software. I tried restarting everything. But I really, really apologize for that because your time's super important to me and I want to start on time every single day. Now, I can't tell you what day I'm going to cut this off, but pretty soon I have to cut off doing lives to my office because I got to take down this office. There's a lot of lighting. You can't see it, but there's a lot of lights above the ceiling and stuff I've got to fix and do. And all this has got to go away. So I won't have this available for you. But you can be assured that even though I take a break, I will be back because I love talking to you guys. I really do. I really enjoy it. Let's see here. Let me read some of what you got here. Get a Roku Hisense. I saw the Roku, James. I watched a video yesterday about Roku. Roku Hisense TV. Nothing comes close. How do you know so much about so many things, James? Gosh darn. Nothing comes close. I love the first Roku Hisense so much. I bought more. I think probably meant 3 more. One for every bedroom. Really? Roku. Man, I got to check that out. I had never heard of it until I saw that video, and I thought it was some off-brand yesterday. Hopefully, you will be able to video chat with your buddy with Skype or other tech. Yeah, I mean, it's really not the technology. It's I don't have the venue. I mean, I can get online and talk to you guys. I just don't have the place to do it, right? Because I'm going to be traveling, and all this is going to be taken down. So maybe I'll just do it live off to the side. I don't know. Maybe I can do something like that. What technologies do you pick for top 2 to be sure to check? Man, Paul, you always ask these probing questions. They're always hard. The 2 technologies. Wow. I would say it's probably video conferencing in some form or another because that's really, really growing. Man, you ask good questions. Video conferencing would be one of them. And I think video production would probably be the other. I mean, I see that changing so much. It's funny because when I'm looking at TVs, they're talking about 4K and even 8K. And a lot of people are buying 4K TVs going, man, I'm going to get some 4K programming. No, you won't. You're only going to get 4K programming if it was filmed in 4K and they broadcast it in 4K. So, Netflix is pretty good about 4K, but you're going to see almost no 8K. So if you want 8K technology and you're going to pay for it now, you're going to pay through the nose. It would be better for you to get 4K technology right now and wait because 4K is cheaper because 8K just came out and there isn't hardly anything broadcast in 8K. So you're wasting your money, I think. And you're going to pay through the nose for it because it's the newest technology. So that's something you ought to watch out for. Those would be my 2 picks, I think. You young guys should check out David Sinclair and NMN. Let me see what he's talking about. I'm going to check it out right now. Look at that. Let's see here. David Sinclair. Oh my goodness. Is this the one that is an Australian biologist who's also a professor of genetics and co-director of the Paul F. Glenn Center for Biology of Aging at Harvard Medical School? Would that be the guy? Let's see here. What is NMN? Let me check that out. Man, James always is on top of stuff. NMN. Oh, that is attached to them. Okay, it's can it reverse aging? Do you use this? It's nicotinamide monocleotide, a dietary supplement, 30 grams for $110. Do you take that stuff, James? I'm curious. It would be great to get to the CES Consumer Electronics Show. Yeah, it would, and I don't know how you get into that. I think you got to have, some type of in the industry to get into that. I don't think just anybody can go to that. I could be wrong, but I think that I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe anybody can go to it. I know it's in Vegas. I know it's huge. I know you can't get a room. It's really hard to do, and I'm not sure when that is. I guess that's coming up sooner. It's already been. Maybe it's the beginning of the year. I don't know. Cool thing to do. So guys, that's my list of 7 today. I hope it helps you out. Hope you got something out of this. If you did, give me a thumbs up if you would. Don't forget to subscribe below. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or I upload a video. Either way, I'm uploading 3 videos a week now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going live Monday through Saturday. I'll have the rest of the schedule up hopefully today. There's his key, right? James, you just heard the key, the bell, didn't you? Peace and blessings, everyone. Always, everyone. See y'all tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everybody. Have a blessed weekend ahead, gang. Paul says, thanks so much, guys.